Well, this week has ended up being really sucky. Test and Tune got canceled Friday. The bracket race got canceled Saturday because of rain. And I went and drove my car up to the store earlier, and now I got water dripping from, I thought it was a water pump that went out the tattletale hole, but clearly it is not that, because the tattletale hole is right there. This is coming out something like right there, like right there. So I guess the gasket is gone bad. I don't know. Damn it. Well, I guess a rainy weekend. I guess I'll be in the garage and trying to figure out what the heck happened. I was trying to jump my blue chuck off because the battery was dead, and as I had the hood popped, I noticed there was water dripping on the ground, and I hooked the jumper cables up. So, sorry y'all. I was saying, as I had the hood popped, I noticed water dripping on the ground, like you see right there. It was out in the street, and I was looking over where the heck's that coming from, but I see where it's coming from now. Luckily, I got a bunch of, well, I'll say a bunch. I've got a good bit of gaskets up there. So, I got a good bit of gaskets, so we'll figure it out. Let this thing cool down. I'll look at it tomorrow, this weekend. I've been working a bunch of overtime at work, 10, 11-hour days, so I'll get to it when I can. And I've been fighting a sinus infection, so it's all good. The rear end is still good, and I've driven it Monday and Tuesday to work. No problems at all. And then I drove my blue car today because it's got heat in it. I don't have the heat hooked up yet. It's ready to be hooked up. I just hadn't hooked it up. It's been freezing at night, getting down like 29, 30 degrees. So I drove the blue car because it's got heat. I didn't drive this today, so now I guess this car's pissed at me. So it is what it is. I'll see you on the next little clip I do in a couple days or whatever. Time to get some rest. Well, I just got the pulley off. Looks like it's been leaking anyway. So, I don't know. This is actually, look at that forged stamp on the casting. You know, maybe a bolt's supposed to go there. I don't know. Look at that Ford casting, the stamp in the casting. That's like a factory water pump. It's still, it's a cast iron and heavy too. So I'll get aluminum one to put on there. That'd probably lighten it up by a couple pounds also. Just gotta make sure I get the correct bolt pattern where I can mount my bracket for my Chevy alternator, a 1-wire Chevy alternator. Well, I'll figure it out. Okay, I got it off. The water pump gasket itself is fine. What is it looking like? It's fine. And on the bottom of the water pump, looks like there's some rust that occurred in between the cast and the metal plate here. So, I mean, it was running cool and everything, and it was running fine. I think what I'm going to do is pop this off and see if Like, it's just rust. And it was leaking in between this plate and the pump itself. So the gasket did not fail, unless there's a gasket in here underneath between these two. I don't know. I'm pulling apart. See, I've never pulled one apart. Alright, I got the bolts out. Whoa, that's cool. Yep, see? It's been leaking. This gasket right here. This gasket right here is the one that's been leaking. I see it right now. Yep. See? It's been seeping and then going down. So, I'll look through my collection. I got I don't know what all I got. I've got a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna look through them, see what I got. I found the problem. The water pump is good. It's just that gasket. See what I got and go from there. Watcha. Found one. This is why you keep all your gaskets that you don't use and don't throw them away. So now I don't have to buy a water pump. How about that? Just clean this thing up. It's probably got a lot to do with it because I had water in it. Because I didn't want to have antifreeze in the radiator when I was going to the track. So I found a gasket. I'm just going to clean all this up really good. Out of all my gaskets, and I had a bunch of them. Out of all my gaskets, looks like I had one. Well, maybe I got two. Let's see. Oh, I got two. There we go. Well, I got two. There we go. I knew I would come across a time when I would need it. That's why you don't throw them away, y'all. Keep your gaskets. Even if it looks like crap in your garage, hang on the wall. Keep it. Just like those, which I never use. You just never know what you need it for other stuff. Just like an original HO intake gasket, keep it. You know, just I don't know. It's just I don't want to say I'm a hoarder, but I kind of am, you know. But this time it kind of paid off, I guess. Now I don't have to buy a water pump. Technically, I could go buy a gasket, but you know that's money that I would have to spend. Gas going there, money to get it. You know, I've got silicone. I've got silicone right there, so I'm good. Clean everything up, put it back together. Alright, it's about 2 days later. I just got back from a test drive looking at Christmas lights with my son, and I didn't see any leaks. So what I ended up doing was taking that back plate off. I know you probably can't really see it. I took that back plate off and I sanded it down nice and smooth, and sanded the back of the water pump down nice and smooth. Put a new gasket on it. Painted the water pump again. Painted the pulley, and just bolted everything back on. So I need to get a better way to bite. Get a better way for this bolt to bite that, because it wants to slip a little bit. I just threw a washer on there because that's the only thing I had right off. I'll probably try to find me one of them. I can't think of the name of it. It looks like a star. It's got a bunch of little teeth around it. It's a washer, but it's got a bunch of teeth around it. And put there so it'll bite into that bracket and not allow it to slip. So everything seems to be okay. I just got back from a test drive and I'm not seeing any. Some of that was from last time, but it was leaking up in there, but there's no leaks now, so we're good. Only other thing I'm gonna do is get some new clamps and put on them because these are kind of old. Put some new clamps on it. And I'm going to try the carburetor spacer, I guess. And I need to get my TV cable to where it goes it'll be part of this bracket system versus being on this homemade deal I got here. Because every time I stomp it, this thing is wanting to twist because it's only pinched down by that bolt. So that's not ideal for daily driving and stuff, or at all actually. So I got another little piece that goes on that can bolt on this slot, and I'll flip it upside down. Hopefully I'll be able to run this through it. It would be great if I can work it out that way. I need to get me a couple of light springs, or 2 light springs to put from here to there, and then I can do away with that spring that I have down there. The springs I have, they're just too heavy. Like, I feel like I'm trying to press a brick down with those. So also really quick, while I had this filming, they canceled the test and tune for this weekend because of rain. And they rescheduled it for the the last weekend in December. So we got, today is the 1st? Yeah, I think today's the 2nd. Anyways, it'll be the last weekend in December. They're going to have a bracket race. I don't think they're going to have test and tune. They're just going to have a straight up bracket race. So I'm going to have to try and see what it'll run. Unless I can make a draggy pass with it before, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Make a draggy pass, kind of get an idea of what it'll do, and then make a test hit at the track that day, and then see if I can get me a dial in and just see what happens. I think they're paying 8 deep, I want to say. 8 spots deep on the payout. I might have read it wrong. I don't know. I'm tired. But anyways. Okay. Took me about an hour, but I got it taken care of. Only thing I got left to do is hook the spring up here. I got the little bracket that I had there taken off. I just put the stud back with a nut in case I ever need it for something. I put me a couple of washers with the piece I had, and I had to get 2 bigger washers so this wouldn't slip through, and it worked out good. It worked out pretty good. So now everything's good. Now I don't have to worry about that thing moving or getting out of adjustment or burning up my transmission. So we should be good there. Might need a slight adjustment after my first drive, just depending. I try to put it back with the same amount of tension there was with the tool that they came with. You slip it in behind it, which I did not use it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I did. But there's a mark on here where I had it kinked. Like, you could tell where it was pinching the cable, and I put it back there. So damn, that feels funny. I don't know about that. I'm not gonna do that no more. I'll flood the engine. Alright, I've got this noise on cold cranks. Hope it's not a bearing. underneath here to see if I have any thing loose, like the starter. Everything is tight. Starter bolts are tight. Starter's not loose, wiggling around, scraping the flywheel, nothing like that. The past 2 mornings I've cranked it, I haven't heard it. So I'm taking it that it might be the flywheel. I just wiped this inspection cover off. Had a little bit of oil, so I'm guessing the rear main seal's leaking now.
Damn, Chin. Some greasy shit. You ain't got no better food like some chicken wings, some baby back ribs, some fries?
Put a new one in when I put this motor in. It's definitely oil, not transmission fluid. Also, the bottom of my headers are getting scraped the hell up whenever I hit a bump or whatever. So it takes me, I gotta get struts on the front of this thing soon, because whenever I hit a bump, this thing bounces like crazy. So I'm gonna pull this inspection cover off. I'm hoping it's just like the converter bolts are loose or something like that. Like I said, it has not made that noise in about 2 days now, and it was only really doing it on cold starts, and it would kind of go away for the most part, but it hasn't been making any noise at all. And the other day I got irritated with it and I let it eat. In other words, I put it to the floor and I held it to the floor through first, second, and third to 6,500 through each gear, and it didn't blow up. So I think it's something minor. I'm just hoping I don't have to pull this transmission down. But if I do, it'd be time to revisit this rear main seal, which I'm not looking forward to, because I have to take the long tube headers off. Well, at least that side I do. Alright, I got the inspection plate off and there's no oil up in there, so I'm taking it that it is not the rear main seal, unless it is leaking on this side. No, it is not the rear main seal. I see oil right there on the bottom of the oil pan. So that takes care of that. It's dry as a bone in here. I looked on the back side of... sorry, y'all. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I looked on the back side of this and I don't see any like rubbing, where it's been rubbing or anything. The nuts are tight. They're all tight. I didn't see a crack in the flex plate or nothing like that, the flywheel. So I don't know. I'm not too sure. Alright, I'm gonna try to spin this thing while I am under here and see. Ow. Try to spin it while I'm on top, because I can't do it both ways. I don't have nobody to help me. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, I am changing the oil. Motorcraft FL1A. Stay there. And what I did was, as I changed it, you know, naturally you catch it in your thing, and I have a magnet that I'm going to fish down in there. My magnet here. I'm gonna fish it down in there and see. I cleaned this catch can really good before I used it. I'm gonna cut the filter open too. I gotta get a way to cut it though without. Well, so far so good. So far so good. If I was smart, I'd have pliers on this thing. I don't see anything. I don't know what it is, but like I said, it's been gone for a couple days now. It's been gone for a couple days now, so I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something in the transmission. I tried to move the flywheel back and forth to see if like the bolts of the actual flywheel were loose. There's no movement there. I did end up putting a big socket and extension on the actual crank bolt and moving it and kind of holding the flywheel still to see if there's any, backlash, and there's not. So everything is tight there. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep riding with it. Then, if it breaks, then it breaks. Like I said, I literally got this engine off of might as well say the ground. Bought it from a guy off Marketplace, and I put new I put new bearings in it, cam bearings and all that. Fly cut the pistons and stuck an E-cam in it, and been riding ever since. And it's been February will be a year. So we'll see. Also, really quick before I close this video out, I know my last video I was saying my next video will probably be a test and tune. Well, they ended up canceling that test and tune because of rain, and they rescheduled it for the weekend of the 30th, which is New Year's Eve weekend. So I plan on trying to make that as long as everything goes well. I've been driving it every day. The car's been doing good. No rear end noise, nothing like that. It's just been solid. So wish me luck, and hopefully I don't sling a rod through the oil pan or lock the motor up or something. I don't know. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. I know I don't say it enough. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate all my new subscribers. I'm not the kind of person to ask you to subscribe or like or comment or whatever, but everybody knows that it helps when you do that in the algorithm of the videos, whatever it's called. Algorithm, I think I'm saying that right. Anyways, not that I'm not trying to go big time or anything, but it does help. It motivates me more to have more people, let's put it that way, to do these videos. Like I said, I do these videos for fun and a hobby, but when I have more feedback and more conversations in the comments and stuff like that, and it could be like a troubleshooting thing like I'm having now. Maybe one of y'all have an idea that I'm completely missing that's going right over my head, and it's like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So anyways, thanks for watching.